To tell you guys. 3. Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Libra Views. I'm Charlene. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video. So I know I use my hands a lot when I talk. I lost a couple of nails. I went to a wedding this weekend. I just got my nails done too on Thursday, so it hasn't even been a week and I'm already missing nails. So just bear with me, okay? I'm here to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and hating ass Giselle and hating ass motherfucking Robin, okay? I don't know what the fuck is going on. Every single time I feel like I'm about to like Giselle and Robin, it just, something happens and I'm just like, I just can't get with their style. So let's just get into it. The episode was the episode. It had these little entertaining moments, but really let's just get down to the main point, the meats and potatoes of the situation. Wendy, her new body, and her new style, okay? Giselle and Robin is some hating assholes. Like, it is what it is. Okay, now as you guys probably know, or if you don't know, if you don't watch the show and you're just watching my reunion, Wendy got her body done. Last year, Wendy had a child. She was breastfeeding. She had one baby hanging off the nipple. She had the son sending them off to school. She's on TV. She's teaching at school. She's fucking her husband. She got her body done after all of that. Now, you feel me? Things are a little bit more tight. A little bit more ripe, sitting up a little higher. You know, like I said before, see fake titties. See, look, these tickle bitties, these is real titties. See the fake titties, you have perpetual cleavage. When you have fake titties. When you have real titties, the motherfuckers hang. Just like bitches who got real big asses. Bitches who have natural big asses, them bitches be hanging. Them bitches be having cellulite. Them shits be jiggling. Them hoes that be having a BBL, it be, real perfect. Like, ain't nothing wrong with it, but it's just natural. It's the difference between natural and it's a difference between surgery. What do you think got her surgery? She got the shits up. She got the waist snatch. She got a little badonkadonk in the back. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with that. Now that she has her new body, she's wearing things that probably didn't look as good on her pre-surgery. You know, the tops, the bralettes, and the bodysuits probably don't look as good with smaller boobs. So, she gets her body done. She's wearing new clothes. Okay? Giselle and Robin, of course, have a problem with it. They think that Wendy's being too loose, is what I believe Robin used as a word to describe Wendy, which was loose. She's twerking, she's loud, she has personality. How dare her? Like, something must be wrong with her. Her husband must be cheating on her. She must be going through a midlife crisis because she got her body done and now she's dressing sexy and she has a personality and she's more lively and just ready to party, and it just doesn't remind us of the conservative Wendy that we met last season. But let me ask you a question. Which housewife in any franchise started Housewives one way and proceeded to move that way, or proceeded to look that way, or continued to act that way throughout the seasons? This was Wendy's first season last year, okay? So not only did she just have a child 2 months before filming, she doesn't know y'all bitches, Giselle and Robin. Last season, a year ago, she had just met y'all. Wendy came in as a friend through Candace. Now, we know that sometimes they make up fake storylines to make it seem like, oh, this was my friend, or oh, I know this person. And we know that's not always true. So who knows if Candace and Wendy really knew each other. But even in that instance, Wendy and Candace were the cool ones. Candace was the one who brought Wendy into the circle. So she doesn't know Karen. She doesn't know Giselle. She didn't know Robin. She didn't know Monique. She didn't know any others, Ashley. She didn't know any of these ladies. So I'm not sure if you guys know, but not everybody is like Mia. Everybody is not going to tell you that they've gotten their fucking pussy chopped off and now they got a pussy made of clay the first day meeting you. Oh, well, you know, Wendy was more conservative. She didn't act like that when we first met her. What? Who meets someone for the first time, or who meets someone and doesn't know them and is just out loud and themselves? Who does that? She didn't know y'all heifers. That's probably why she wasn't really her full self. She didn't know y'all. And last time I checked, when somebody gets some type of surgical procedure, some type of cosmetic surgery, hell, a new outfit. You don't buy a new outfit so you can wear that motherfucker in the house. You don't get your slimy, greasy-fingered ass on Fashion Nova because you're too goddamn lazy to take your fuck ass to the mall to order some clothes so you can sit in the motherfucking house while you eating fried chicken on a paper plate and wearing your outfit. No, you go shopping, you buy clothes so that when you go out, you can look nice and you can stunt on people. Marlo just got a hair transplant. I don't know if y'all know, her eyes looking all puffy because she just got a hair transplant. Do you think that after Marlo gets the hair implant, she gonna be gluing wigs down to her head? That was the whole reason why she got the hair transplant. Not to say Marlo will probably wear a wig or two. That's not what I'm saying. Marlo will probably wear weave. She'll probably wear a wig, even though she got the hair transplant. But the point I'm trying to make is, what is the point of giving a hair transplant if you're not going to wear natural hair? That's the point. So for Giselle and Robin to be like, oh, something must be wrong. She's showing off her body. And since when was a bitch being happy and bossing up and looking better and being sexy and confident and more fun? When has that ever been a bad thing or a negative thing? Giselle and Robin, just because you guys like to wear grandma sweaters while y'all 69 and sucking each other's pussy on Giselle's West Wing, just because y'all 69 sisters that like to dress like y'all are part of the Golden Girls backup actors and actresses. That's how Giselle dressed. And Robin got a little bit more swag and a little bit more style, but Robin definitely is giving Pam off total. Like, Robin gives lesbian vibes. You feel me? How about that? So because a bitch don't want to look like the oldest in the group, because I think Karen might be the oldest in the group, but Giselle dresses like she's the oldest in the group. Robin just follows every damn thing Giselle does. We already know that when Robin is not in the midst of Giselle, she gets along with all the girls perfectly fine. When Giselle's in the mix, that's when it becomes a problem. But again, since when did a bitch bossing up, looking sexy as fuck, now knows these girls a little bit better, now feels like she can let her hair down and be more herself and have fun? Since when is that a problem? What y'all needed to be motherfucking doing is figuring out why the fuck Robin ass is sleeping till motherfucking noon. That's something where you could be like, oh, are you going through something? Lord, is your husband cheating on you? Is your roommate, aka Juan, he doesn't want to marry you? That's something to be alarmed about. Your kid getting a 48%, that's something to be alarmed about. Your kid failing the permit test 4 motherfucking times now. Now, let me tell you something. I'm not a rocket scientist. I never claimed to be the smartest student in the classroom. I never claimed to be the brightest crayon in the crayon box. I never claimed to be the fastest car in the parking lot. But I'm gonna tell you one motherfucking thing. I'm from Maryland. The goddamn test ain't that fucking hard. Okay? I passed it the first time. I did. I passed the test literally the first time I took it. Now, my driving test I had to take twice. But my permit test, when you take it on the computer, I passed it the first time. You read the book. Okay? That's what you need to be doing. Giselle, do your kids know how to read? You know, I mean, now that's something to be concerned about. You need to be concerned. See, it's alarming if somebody's saying, oh, my business could be doing better, but I'm so lazy and such a loser that my business ain't even as good as it could be because I'm slacking. That's something to be concerned about. Your husband talking about how you're unattractive. He doesn't, not even your husband, your roommate, talking about you're unattractive. He doesn't want to marry you. And that's something to have an intervention about. Not a bitch who done spent 10 to 15 to probably 20K to get her motherfucking body snatched, rocking designer, living in a mansion with a fine ass chocolatey ass husband, 3 kids, all by the same mother and father. That's not something you should be alarmed about. See, what the problem is, I think, with Giselle and Robin is that they've always had, I guess, the attention because they're unique looking women. So it was okay when Wendy wasn't as sexy and she had brains, because it's like, well, we got, you know, the aesthetics that the world likes, and Wendy has the brains, so we're on the same playing field, right? But now that Wendy was always a pretty woman, but now that she has that banging ass body, confidence, face, and 4 degrees, now she kind of goes up here above Giselle and Robin. It was the same thing with Monique. Monique was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. Stunningly gorgeous. And she didn't have to dye her hair blonde she was natural. Monique will put a Bantu knot, a press real quick. Monique was natural. She didn't have to color her hair a certain color to make herself seem more exotic. No, Monique was purely beautiful, smart, married, lived in a mansion, owned 4 homes. See, at that point, because y'all so used to always being the head honchos wherever y'all at, which is not a problem. But what you need to do is bring them insecurities down when a hoe is starting to kind of elevate against your ass a little bit. You can't compete with Wendy. Giselle and Robin cannot compete with Wendy. She's sexy as hell. She's gorgeous. She's married, and her husband ain't no old ass fart like Ashley's husband. Hell, even Ashley's husband, Michael, was asking about Juan and his dick. Because child, Michael will put his meat stick right and put Juan's meat stick right in his goddamn mouth. You know Michael love him some fucking Juan. But even Michael said on the episode, child, poor Ashley, she got titty milk seeping through her shirt. She got, placenta still hanging out her pussy. And Michael asking about Juan. Is Juan and Robin still married? Well, you know what, Michael? Even though we know you want to suck Juan's dick, it's a good goddamn question. Because you know what, Michael? You was fucking right. You was right. Michael was right. Is Michael and Juan fucking? Because Michael seems to know some things that... I mean, hey, Michael and Juan might be fucking because we already know Giselle and Robin be in the West Wing, okay? Child, that's why Robin be sleeping till noon, because she be over there sucking Giselle's puss till 6 a.m. and sneaking back in the house so she can wake her sons up 3 minutes before school starts. Hello? Child. But I say that to say, when they meet women, I feel that just surpasses them in every way, they can't deal with it. And, they are the ones, Robin and Giselle, they will pry in somebody else's business and relationship. And as soon as somebody brings up their information, they running. It's really crazy. But, Giselle and Robin, y'all some hating assholes. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was cute that Karen tried to console Wendy, but let's just be real, Karen. You ain't really fuck with Wendy like that. Now, do I think that Karen, of course, Wendy and Karen had their little drama to begin with. Do I think eventually they probably would have gotten cool as they did? Yes. But do I think if Monique was still in the building, do I think that Do I think that Karen will be all chummy up with Wendy? I'm kind of 50-50 with that. Like, I'm like, if Monique was still around, Karen, would you even be fucking with Wendy like that? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you feel like, oh, you don't have nobody? Because, Candace don't really fuck with Karen because of the whole Monique situation. And then, obviously, the Scissor Sisters are going to stick together. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I mean? So, and Ashley's kind of like, Ashley and Giselle get along very well, and Robin, they've overcome their thing. So it's kind of like, does Karen feel like she doesn't have anybody? So it's like, oh, let me get cool with Wendy really quick. You know what I'm saying? But I also feel like, genuinely, Wendy really felt like, Karen really felt bad for Wendy. You feel me? But do I think that it was kind of a double-edged sword with Karen getting involved? Yes, I do. I think Karen was kind of like, it's natural for her to be kind of motherly and be like, come on. Like, she did it with Candace and Monique, and, she's not kind of nasty and shicey like that. But do I think that she would be all in Wendy's face trying to do the most if Monique was still around? Probably not. But also, I really don't think Karen necessarily needs anybody on her side, so to speak, because, one can argue Karen, whether anybody wants to film with her or not, Karen, we want to see Karen. See, Karen got her Kenya Moore thing going on, because if you remember, Kenya Moore was on the season. Nobody liked her. Portia, Phaedra, Nene, and Candy didn't like her because she was cool with Phaedra, and then Cynthia didn't like Kenya because Cynthia was cool with Nene. So it's like, Kenya, literally, nobody liked Kenya. But they wasn't going to get rid of Kenya. So it's like, does Karen really need to have an alliance with people? Karen is Karen. She's going to throw her shade, and she's the grand dame. We want to see her. But I am kind of going back and forth. Like, Karen, is this genuine? Are you kissing Wendy's ass because you trying to build an alliance? Or are you sincerely sincere? Because really, at the end of the day, Karen don't need nobody. She can handle her own shit. She could be on her Kenya Moore. Even when Real Housewives of New Jersey, and I think it was like season 3 or 4, Teresa, nobody liked Teresa. Her own sister-in-law didn't like her. Kathy was against her. Melissa was against her. Jacqueline was against her. Caroline was against her. So you don't necessarily, if you're a bad bitch and you've solidified your place in the show, you don't necessarily need an alliance. You can hold this shit down yourself. But I guess we shall see. But that's all I got to say. Oh, bitch. I thought this video was going to be about 7 minutes. Look, I forgot to add this part. When Mia stuck her motherfucking nose in the business talking about something, well, Wendy, you're not going to see Michelle Obama wearing anything sexy. Mia, that was not a good time for you to interject your motherfucking monkey ass into nothing. Okay? Mia, you are a crack baby that went through foster care, fucked your way to the top, so much so you had to get a pussy made out of clay, met your husband when he was married in a strip club, and then came up. Okay? So don't come at no other woman about trying to be sexy or trying to show her whatever. Mia, you're fake as fuck. It's official. I don't think I really fuck with Mia. Because she's fake. Okay? See, when I start making my money and I become an ultra bad bitch and I'm making my 400, 500K off of my projects and my creative minds, I'm going to be a bad bitch. But I would never look at somebody else like, well, yeah, would Oprah Winfrey do that? Who the fuck is you, ho? Now, it'd be one thing if it was Candace, because Candace came from the upper echelon. Candace came from a family with money. Candace was 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old in the country clubs, riding horses, galloping and shit. Candace comes from money. So I wouldn't like it, but I would understand more if somebody like a Candace would be like, oh, well, I've worked with Obama and, that's probably not acceptable. But you, ho, you done got Botox fillers, your titties done, lipo, your butt done, your clit fixed, in the strip club wearing ball gowns and tennis shoes with no poles, whatever the fuck weird ass strip club you said you was working at, and out of foster care because your parents was this and that. And I'm not judging you for it, but how dare you try to get and Michelle Obama went and did. Well, Michelle Obama also wasn't twerking and shaking ass in a ball gown with tennis shoes on before she met Barack. How about that? Yeah. She didn't do that. She took her fucking ass to college. She wasn't sliding up and down a goddamn pole or allegedly, because Mia says she never worked the pole. She just worked in the strip club as a mannequin and shit, wearing an outfit, and they just threw money at her. Okay, she was a Forever 21 mannequin and shit, and they just threw money at her. Okay, we're gonna let you have that. But for you to then be like, clearly hoes can do both. Clearly you can be a bitch that got fucked so much that you got to get a new pussy, and you're a stripper turned businesswoman. If you can do both, Wendy can do both. Okay? And now that's the end of the video. Deuces.